This is how I've been able to withdraw over $87,000 in this first 4 months of this current year. Now, I want to go ahead and talk about a few things, and the first thing I want to show before I even talk about anything is full clarity. So this is currently for this previous week. We made about 3K on one account. This right here, you can see all the trades, talks about it. If you want to pause the video and check time, everything like that, how much I made per trade. Anyways, next part is just showing a little bit more clarity, some funded accounts all the way in September. I had been profitable for a while. This was today's trade, which we'll be talking about, but performance, I was all the way in December, just right here for another 8. This is about 12 funded accounts that I've passed within these last 6 months. This March, this was a payout right here. This was another funded account pass. Another funded account pass last year around this time. You can see it. This was a 50K. This is when Funding Pips had MetaTrader, I believe, and no minimum trading days. This is pretty current. You guys can see this was at this month, about 2 weeks ago now. Keep scrolling down. That'll be it. Now, I want to talk about today's trade, which was this, and how I'm able to make money consistently in the markets, even when the markets are going down, because I get that question a lot. Can you make money when the markets are going down? Because right now we are bearish in a lot of markets, and we were due to the tariffs. But one thing I want to talk about for a lot of people who are new traders looking to become traders, or people who are trading looking for that change in their trading. First thing I want to talk about is a lot of people tend to be profitable, but they have struggle with having, are you ready, capital. And this is why I encourage new traders, even experienced traders, to look into funded accounts and start with them. I use funded accounts and I use live accounts. For my live account, I use NinjaTrader. I will upload that in the next video. But these are just some proofs that I want to show to people, just to say, hey, you know what I mean? We know what we're doing. And if you go through our Discord, my Discord that will be in the bio, we've done over 20% gain just this month, and I've had 2 students already pass. I don't have a lot of students. I have about 5 right now. 2 of them already have passed, and 2 of them are already funded, and we're working with 1 more who's on phase 2. Now, next thing I want to do is, if you want a free account, a free funded account, just comment funded below, and I will enter you to my giveaway, and maybe even mentor someone for free. Link in bio. And there are 5 firms that I currently use that have payout on demand, which is they will pay you out instantly. Now, why does this work, and why is this not theory? Well, how do I know my strategy works? Well, one, the performance and backtesting data, whether it be going on replay mode on here in just bar. I like to use something called multi-charts, which is a backtesting software, and it's able to optimize, and you're able to code a strategy as well. So, next thing too is, well, can I lose money? Well, of course, you have win rates and profit factors that enable you to see if your strategy is profitable. For example, this trade was this right here. It was a 2-to-1 risk reward. So what that means is, I risked 1,000 in order to make 2.2. Now this trade has an 80% win rate. I'm a scalper. I am not looking for these major moves that happen. So sorry for that. Someone texted. So, why does this work? How does trading work with funded accounts? Well, you have to pass the evaluation, which evaluations, I tend to pass them. I try to pass them a little quicker, whether that be in a week or 2. But as a new trader, I think that you should consistently try to make just 1% and see how long that takes you to pass an account. And while you're doing that, you should be journaling. I think journaling was a very big success towards me, and I use it in other parts of my life besides trading, and I recommend it to others. Next thing I wanted to talk about is some of the actions that I've kind of gone through, and you as a trader who might know. I'm trying to keep it raw. I'm not trying to edit videos. I'm just trying to keep it raw. But we're just going to recap today's trade, and this was today's first video. So, I'm not going to go too much into my strategy, but I sold here. How do we know I sold there? The time on this is a little different due to my broker, but we sold a lot size of 2. All that means is every time it goes down a cent, it will make, well, every time it goes down $1, I will make $200. You can see here, I entered at 33 70.64 cents. And I got it at 33.59.7. So let's go ahead and make sure this lines up. 64. About right there. Now, my stop loss was up here. All that means is if price goes up here and it touches it, I will be liquidated and I take the L. Take profit. Take profit sounds like it touches down here. I am out. Now you can see 33.59.7. 33.59.7. So about right there. A little up, but was the 1 to 2 risk to reward. Now, why did I get out here and everything like that? We were just aiming for liquidity. I'm a scalper. I try to get these small moves in, getting my minimum trading days out the way for payouts. And this was my trade. It took about, let's go see, 22, about 21 minutes to make this. Was that always the case? No, I'll be very upfront with you guys. This used to be maybe, well, yeah, this used to be $50 to $100, you know, aiming for 1% on 5K accounts, working my way up to 10K, 25. And even now I do 50Ks and 100K accounts. I do sometimes do 200K, just depends on the firm. It depends how many accounts at max allocation. And that's when you start doing research in funded accounts. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I just wanted to let this be a confirmation to show people that, yes, it's possible to make money off trading. It is possible to be consistent over a year. And I just happen to be that, and I see a lot of frauds out there. A lot of people will post videos of their so-called strategy that works, so-called, oh, how I made this today, but they will show no statements. They will show no trading records. They won't. Because the truth is, a lot of these people are making money off of just selling a course or views. And I think if you're going to sell a course, you have to show proof. There's no way that you could just be like, oh, buy my course. I'm not funded, but you know what I mean? Or I claim to be funded and I maybe made $1,000, or maybe I got one payout. One payout, brother, that's not consistency unless that payout is 100K. And that's like, you know what I mean? Averaging 5 figures a month for the, not even for the whole year, you're averaging under 5 figures a month. And then after taxes, you know what I mean? You have to have consistency. And what happens is, I'm not getting too much into it. Today's video, we'll be getting better at these videos. This is my first video. So peace out. Please comment.